The Trail of the Fallen was really started by a guy named Hank Kersey, who lives right at the bottom of the trail. He's a retired Army officer. And then in 2013, my son Grant Novoychek worked on his Eagle project to formalize the trail through the Palisades Park Commission as the Trail of the Fallen. They did some improvements on the trail, and then they carried up 2 benches, one for Major Thomas Kennedy and one for Lieutenant Darren Hidalgo, who were both killed in action in Afghanistan. And we've had everything from professional teams to our own Division I sports teams and clubs carry up rocks as an opportunity to reflect and remember on shared sacrifice and service to our nation.
When the NHL teams come here, 2 of the players that I talk about are Major Tom Kennedy and First Lieutenant Derek Hines. And I talk about who they were, how they lived, how they died, but most importantly, what made them the people, the leaders that they were. And to me, the qualities that TK had that made him, I think, stand out were, number one, his commitment level. You know, his commitment level to not being the best hockey player that he could be, but being the best person that he could be, and being committed to doing the best, whether it was as a cadet or as an athlete.
Having heard those stories of like the ultimate sacrifice and people who did die while leading was very inspiring, but also hit really hard to home, and knowing that any of us could face a similar situation in the future, and like understanding and being proud in that commitment.
To see the team's reaction when they get to the top and see TK's bench there, you really see it kind of hit home with them as they look at that bench and realize, wow, you know, that this is one of the people that we just learned a lot about.
It makes us realize that we're at a place filled with such honor, and that we need to just not take that for granted.
It's a great way for our nation to kind of heal and think about loss and sacrifice and why we live in such a great country.
It just makes you realize what a special place West Point is, and how lucky, like me personally, to be around these cadets and these officers.